Hello everyone, this is VJose32, your friendly neighborhood card reviewer, deck reviewer I should say, back again with another edition of What's on Deck, looking at what's new in the world of cards this week. We'll start off with Kickstarter. First of all, we got this new deck from Bonafide Playing Cards called the Nouveau Bisou. Is 36% funded, 14 days to go. It's getting there. Hopefully it gets funded. It's a beautiful deck, as you can see. Beautiful artwork, a lot of green. Looking for 9,000 euros, and they're about a third of the way, and they're going up and up. Here you see some of the original ones. Once again from Karen Yan, who designed the original ones. This one is all about Art Nouveau again, and this one actually is about Nouveau jewelry. It's very nice, very fancy, beautiful back design, beautiful faces and court cards and jokers and aces and pips, and completely like 150% custom. So if you like custom, you're gonna like this. To be printed by Expert Playing Cards on the Master Finish, in case you're wondering. And you see some more of the artwork here, very nice. Look at that, it's really cool. Nice pips, everything. They got another deck that they will unlock at 14,000 euros called the Nouveau Pearl. I thought this was going to be one deck. Now all of a sudden there is a stretch goal for another one. That's the Pearl, I guess. Looks very nice as well. Very nice. So hopefully we can get to that stretch goal. Right now, I'm just hoping it gets funded. Never mind the stretch goal. They're very nice. Definitely go check it out. I recommend that one. The Bicycle Prism Gilded Limited Edition deck from Collectible Playing Cards is funded. 22 days to go. It is almost sold out. Only 1,000 being produced. So if you want it, make sure you get it before it's too late. Otherwise, you're going to be paying 3 times as much on eBay. Without a doubt. Bicycle Wood Rider backs from Collectible Playing Cards is funded. 6 days to go. Phantasma First Edition from Card Phantom is 15% funded. 18 days to go. Not looking too good at this rate. Horror Playing Cards from Base Collectible Cards is 90% funded. 16 days to go. It should make it, just a matter of time. Bicycle Spirit 2 from PlayingCards.net funded. Well funded, 20 days to go. I believe I mentioned that one last week. Excuse me. The Domination card game, which does have a deck of cards, is 24% funded, 19 days to go. The back design leaves a lot to be desired on that one. It's not going to happen at this rate. It might happen, but it's not looking too good. Their Premium Playing Cards from Dirk Convery is second attempt, or third attempt, whatever it is, 20% funded, 69 hours to go. Not going to happen. Barring some kind of massive last minute miracle. Gemini from Lorenzo Gazziotti, Requiem Team, Stockholm 17, whatever you want to call them. Well funded, 15 days to go. We're very close to unlocking the Noctis deck. Part of the reason for that is because of their experimental deck, which was a like $85 deck, something like that, somewhere around there, at least in Canadian dollars. So it was freaking expensive. I did not get it, obviously. Not at those prices. I mean, if you want to get it, by all means, but it's sold out already. But you know, people wanted to get it, whatever. I don't care. They want to throw the money away. Erie's Playing Cards from Omnius Midnight Gatherings, 94% funded, 12 days to go. Just a matter of time. It should fund. I'm not a big fan of it being printed by Liberty Playing Cards because it's a little bit, I mean, the quality is fine from Liberty Playing Cards, but it's definitely lower on the list in comparison to More Arts and MPC and all the main companies. So that turns me off a bit. The Munich Artist Poker Playing Cards by Munich Artist is 43% funded, 13 days to go. May or may not happen. We'll see. I'll get a better idea next week. The Presidential Portrait Playing Cards by Anthony Dmitry Nikolov, 1% funded, 44 days to go. Ain't gonna happen, not at this rate. It's just A lot of issues. The goal is way too high. The artwork is pretty much copy and paste. We have not seen a back design that I know of. I haven't seen a back design. So, I don't know. Captive Souls, relaunch from Holly Richards. Funded, 9 days to go. Check it out if you're interested in animal themes. Calaveras de Zucker from Natalia Silva. Funded with 4 days to go. If you're interested in that, make sure you get it before it's too late. Contours from Ollie Swinyard has gone up slightly. It's 32% funded, 7 days to go. I'm not sure it's going to make it at this rate. You need to have a lot more funding, I think, by this point in time, but it still has some time. Women of the Otherworld by Anthony Patterson is 0% funded. Absolutely no pledges with 11 days to go. That is absolutely horrible. At least even some of the worst projects I've seen, at least they get some funding, 1 or 2 backers, but this guy's got absolutely no backers, which is pretty ridiculous. Bicycle Samsara and Sky Descender playing cards by Barry. I don't even know why they say bicycle, because it's not bicycle branded, the ones they're selling, although you can still get the originals. But this is mainly a project for unbranded versions, and as I've mentioned before, not a big fan of the Sky Descender without any color to it. If they had color to it, it would be a lot nicer, it would pop more, cardists would love it, but at this rate, I mean, compared to the original one, I don't think cardists are too interested in that. I'm not even interested in it. And the Samsara I've never been a big fan of. It's 66% funded, 8 days to go. May or may not happen, we'll see. Rainbow Illusion, 2nd edition relaunch from Landry Sanders, 73% funded, 15 days to go. Let's get this one funded. Last time he just missed the mark by $68. Let's not have that happen again, because that's ridiculous. When other projects like the Samsara and Samsara / Sky Descender, or the even a presidential portrait card has got some funding on it, but when a deck like that, with a Domination one or Phantasma, they got people pledging for them, and then you got this one which is better and people are not pledging for it. It just is weird. Next up, we got Margarita deck, limited edition from Rod Wayne, who is a magician / artist. 6% funded, 24 days to go. I don't think it's going to fund at this rate. It's got a very pretty back design, almost a Day of the Dead look to it, from what I can tell. Very colorful. Unfortunately, he has not even been able to hit the $500 mark in all these days that he's, it's been a few days now, and he hasn't even hit the $500 mark, and he's looking for over $7,000, so it's not good. And he actually does have plans to do more decks. The problem is, for starters, he has not bothered to say anywhere in the project who is producing this. I asked him via email. He has told me that it's USPC that's producing this, but why would you not advertise that? If he had said from the get-go, it's being produced by USPC, and here are some pictures, it would have a lot more funding, but because there's not a whole lot of information, no idea who's producing it based on what we see, people are going, eh. Also, doesn't help that the faces are completely standard, no idea what the Ace of Spades or Jokers look like, but I'm guessing it's all fairly standard, and that kind of hurts it. He's got a decent back design that I like, but everything else just seems really just rushed and thrown together. He hasn't bothered to put together any information or pictures on the project page. He just threw it on there, and it's hurting his whole project. He's not going to fund it this way, I don't think. Red Eyes playing cards from Jay Lossa is 42% funded, 10 days to go. Not looking too good at this rate, but still has time to fund. Part of the problem with like the Red Eyes and Rainbow Illusion and Eldorado and other decks is that there's so many decks, as you can see on Kickstarter right now, that funding is being stretched around for different projects, and it's hurting all the different projects. And it's ridiculous, People need to stop throwing so many projects on Kickstarter at the same time if they want a better chance of funding. Anyways, next up, Eldorado, Maya edition from Manuel Valtier, very nice. First in a series of decks based on Eldorado. 47% funded, 31 days to go. This one's actually, I believe, going to be printed by Legends or Expert, one of the two, I don't remember which one. As opposed to his previous decks, which were all through MPC. So it's a nice step up, but so far, it's not there yet. Then there's Baxter Funny Fantasy Playing Cards by Rocky Nicholson, 45% funded, 20 days to go. May or may not happen at this rate. It's got nice artwork on the faces. The back design leaves a lot to be desired. It just says Baxter on it with a little artwork. That's that. Next up, we got Bicycle Imperium Playing Cards by Concert Graphics. It's already very well funded. Well, I mean, considering it had, I guess, a pretty low goal, it's funded. 27 days to go. This is from Blackout Glover, who usually goes through Gambler's Warehouse, playing cards.net, but he seems to be doing it himself this time. Very nice tickets, as you can see. There's a couple of different decks here. They're all based upon the Roman Empire. I'm not a big fan of the fact that they're producing one deck through USB-C and another through Legends, because that always leads to issues where one deck is produced and the other one, you gotta wait another month or two. I just don't like that, and I don't understand why do that. Just to have bicycle branding. I mean, either do it all with one company or one with the other. That's my biggest reservation with the whole project. Anyways, there is the branded, made by USB-C, and the unbranded, made by Legends. Here you see the chord cards are very nice. I believe they got the same chord cards and faces on both decks. Nice aces and pips and everything, 100% custom. Very nice. I wonder if the back design might be a little bit better with a little color, but whatever, it's pretty nice. The USB-C one, 2500 being produced, red foil and embossing on the tuck case, and everything else, pretty much standard. The unbranded being produced by Legends, only 1500 decks being produced. There is gold foil and embossing on the tuck box, and the reason why it's being produced with Legends, gold foil accents on the card backs. At least I think that's the main reason why it's being produced, because USB-C doesn't really produce decks with gold foil accents, as you can see. It's very nice. It's better with a little color to it, like I said. Have some seals and whatnot. There is also a third deck, which is the Black Imperium Special Edition. Don't know who's producing that. Don't know what the quantity is going to be. It's supposed to be unlocked at $10,000. They're already over $12,000 and still no info on that one yet, but it should be here any day now. I'll let you know next week. Then we got the Wonderland card deck by Haley Seats. It's 2% funded, 29 days to go. This is another new one. It's based on Alice in Wonderland, except it's the slutty version, as you can see. Looking for $4,500. They haven't specified who the printer is. They also do not have a lot of artwork. They say 300 GSM linen cards, so I'm guessing it's MPC, but who knows, it could be any random printer. At least they've broken down, all the costs and fees and whatnot, so that's good to know. Good to see that on the project, so we know where the money's going. Wow. They have to mention that there's 13 cards in the suit and 2 unique jokers. That's funny. It's very nice three-dimensional artwork. It looks very realistic. I like the buskiness. That's all I like. They got nice progress chart telling you where they are. That's also good. So all the cards are done for the hearts, but that's it. They haven't got any of the suit done. And they haven't gotten the 5s done or the 3s done. But they got the box, they got the back design, they got one suit done. Says most of the artwork is done. Here's your box. It's fine. The back design is horrible. It's just a girl. It's Alice, obviously. It says Wonderland on it. It's a one-way image. And it's not good. It's not my cup of tea. And then you see the exact same thing on the Ace of Hearts. Why? And then the artwork, the indexes, to me, they seem a bit hard to read. I don't know what the number cards are going to look like. It's just a massive, turn off. Look at that. There's a stretch goal of $5,000, which we've put together an ebook detailing the backstories of her Wonderland characters. So this is her own characters, apparently. $7,000, so I add a custom seals to the decks, and etc. etc. All sorts of stretch goals. It's not even going to fund it this way, I don't believe. Moving along, we got the jacket, which is by Dogmite Games. It's well funded, that being because it only had a $100 goal. 27 days to go. It's a nice wooden case for holding playing cards and dealing cards and whatnot. You might want to check that out. I'm not going to spend the money on it myself. Look at that. More Trump and Hillary and election crap. Getting sick and tired of it. Strain Wars by Jason Separate is back again. It's funded. 14 days to go because they had a really small goal. It's the same deck we've seen before. Only a $600 goal. They just barely funded. And you know what? He's obviously lost backers from last time because his prices are ridiculously outrageous. Here's the decks right now. They're $27 each for a deck of cards. Not to mention shipping. I'm sure there's shipping on top of that. Who the hell is going to pay $27 for a deck like this? You have to absolutely love this to pay that much for it, and there's just not that many people. In fact, he's only got a whole 7 backers. Wow, that's amazing. I mean, you got to be kidding me. He's so concerned about getting this produced for half a dozen backers, maybe a dozen at most by the time it's done. And then he's got this weird pricing scheme, which I'll get to if I find it. Here we go. At 20 decks, to hit 20 decks, it'd be $30 a deck. Somehow they surpassed that. 21 decks, it's $27 a deck, or $29, sorry. They've unlocked the 27 decks now. They've sold 27 decks, so they're $27 each. If they get the 34 decks, it'll be $25 each. If somehow, no chance in hell, he gets the 500 decks, then the price will be $10 each. So basically what that means is every time more decks are sold, you either have to change your pledge to a lower goal, to a lower pledge I should say, or you end up paying more than you should be, and you're already paying way too much. All these people backing this project they're pothead idiots as far as I'm concerned. Moving along, stay away from that one by the way. The pricing scheme is just a scam as far as I'm concerned. And whatever. Next up, Kingdoms of Odin playing cards from Tim Olinger. Once again, it's 3% funded, 59 days to go. This one is not going to happen in my opinion. It's more of the same old from Tim Olinger. It's got pretty much the same art we've seen before on the court cards. The jokers are pretty much the same with the pips and everything. The back design is different than the original ones, but I believe he's used this one before. I think it's different, maybe it's the same, I don't really remember. But it is red. That's the whole big deal. It's a red deck. And this is actually a relaunch of a relaunch of a relaunch. So at this rate, actually, maybe it will fund. Maybe, small maybe. Originally, I see he canceled it. He launched the project on September the 20th. And he was looking for $15,000 for that deck. I sent him a message and I said, you know what? No way. So now he's changed it to NPC. And he's actually removed everything here. He's canceled it. He doesn't want anyone to know that this is the deck he's just relaunched. Well, I'm telling you, this is the deck he just relaunched. Except that now he's printed for NPC. He's only got a $1,000 goal. Why he would bother to launch with a $15,000 goal is unbeknownst to me, because he's done several projects for the same deck, the same Kingdoms of Odin fantasy comics that he's designed, and he's barely been able to hit $1,000 with each project. And I see there is some differences in the artwork and the quote cards. Some are similar, some look different, I think. And I like that he's got a different color per suit. That's very nice. But really, it's more of the same. You know, there's a blue deck, the original one. Ooh, you can get $20 signed rare blue deck to try to get more money. This is the one I got before. It's the original one. The aggressive stance. Painted deck, you can get that for $9. So you can see there is some minor differences in the faces, and but they're similar, as you can see, as well. You know, it's an interesting idea, but it seems like it's the same old to me. Nice playing with the sun. Huh, that's nice. The problem is, it's just like I said. And on top of that, he's still trying to sell the old decks, the original decks. But anyways, the problem is, for one, you don't need 59 days. If you need 59 days to fund the project, there's something wrong with it. I've said this a million times, I'll continue saying it. Two, like I said before, he had a $15,000 goal. It's way too high because he's been lucky to hit $1,000 with all these decks he's done. And this, you know, it's the same old. So anyways, moving along, I'm not interested. I've worn out on those decks some time ago. Hatch playing cards from Joel Russell Huffman. Funded, 18 days to go. I might have mentioned this one last week. I just want to double check when it was launched. It was launched on the 13th, so yes, I've definitely mentioned it to you before. It is funded, 18 days to go. Animal Fiend. Don't know who's producing it. Madame Luenna's Crystal Ball Tarot card deck by Yura or Koto. 0% funded, 44 days to go. Not going to happen. Too expensive. Not enough artwork being sold. No idea who's producing it. You can go on and on with the issues. Then there is take your pick. Guitar Player Poker Cards. Learn guitar the fun way. By Richard Hackett. It's 58% funded, 12 days to go. Looks like it's gonna fund. It's just a matter of time. This is actually one that's been around for a few weeks, but I forgot to mention it. I do believe. Very low goal, £700. It's just a couple $100 away. There's absolutely no artwork or information on the project. There is a video that has some details. The back design looks like it's a one-way back design. It says Guitar Player Poker Cards, which is ridiculous. It's horrible back design. Very little effort put into it. It's just a guitar pick with a spade pip and a bunch of words. And then the faces actually teach you how to play guitar, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. How you're supposed to go for a deck of cards and hold a guitar at the same time. It really makes little sense to me. I mean, there's plenty of books out there, I'm sure, or websites, or videos where you can learn how to play guitar, so why would you want to use a deck of cards? This is just another one of those cases where people are just throwing stuff onto a deck of cards to see if people will buy it. And it just doesn't really belong on playing cards, in my opinion. We've seen a deck like this before. I've seen a deck like this before, I should say, on Kickstarter in the past. Didn't make it, but it had a much higher goal. This is from somebody else, as far as I can tell. Then there's Dark Classic by Iramo, 90% funded, 6 days to go. Not going to happen at this rate. I seem to recall seeing that name somewhere. I could be wrong though. But from what I can tell, actually it has that in the project. These are basically black-faced playing cards. That's it. They're completely standard faces, as you can see. It looks like he's got Arco faces and possibly just bicycle faces. $1,000 goal. He hasn't even hit $200, which is ridiculous. Why he's showing 4 different styles of faces, I don't know. Like The spades here has red colors to it. The clubs and clubs and the hearts, they're just gold. And it looks like the hearts maybe has a hint of red. The diamonds has red to it. And you know, it's just, what the hell is this? How many different decks is he producing? And then he's got, and there's more here. Oh, he's supposed to. Oh, look at this. He's got different styles, borders and stuff like that. It's crap. More chord cards. This is just somebody with too much time in their hands taking standard USB-C chord cards and putting them through Photoshop and recoloring them. Here's your back design. It's probably something you found on Google. Nothing exciting. Very simple, standard. No idea who's producing it. No idea exactly what you're getting because there's about 20 different sets of playing cards here. I'm exaggerating, of course. It's 16 bucks for one deck. Nobody's going to pay one deck for that. It says it's laminated cardboard. 52 cards. No idea who's producing it. No idea what the top case looks like. No real specific name except Dark Classic. Apparently, the $46 you get 2 decks, type A, B, and C. Wait a minute, that's 2 decks, that's 3 decks. What the hell is that? So you get 3 decks or 2 decks for $46? I'm confused, and it says it's a full set. So I guess basically what it is, it's... Okay, there you go, $31 you get 2 decks. This one he made a mistake, it says 2 decks, so it's actually free. So you get a bonus there. But I guess there's 3 different decks here, and just it's not doing it for me. Stay away. I would recommend not going for that one. Oh yes, he did the Legends of Time playing cards in the past, which he canceled because it wasn't funding. And that one, oh yes, I remember this one. This is like early this year, and couldn't even get $1,000. I knew I recognized the name. Anyways, let's see what else there is. That's it for Kickstarter. Let's go to Indiegogo. This video is taking a lot longer than I had hoped. I apologize. Come on. There's one for sure here to talk about. 2 actually, I think. We'll find them. We'll talk about them. Dissect them. That's what I do. Enigma playing cards and trump cards. Enigma playing cards, 6% funded, 21 days to go. It's not going to happen. And the other one is 6% funded, 39 hours left. That's definitely not going to happen. And a lot of these other ones are already funded. You can just back them if you want. In demand, as they say. We'll leave it at that. Enigma playing cards is by Hector Roberto Perez Bejarano from Mexico. Apparently he can't use Kickstarter from Mexico. And I guess he can find anyone outside Mexico to do it for him. Or he just don't want to. That's a lot of writing on the back of the box. There's all sorts of information on him. Apparently it was designed by Enigma Studio in Mexico. There's a tuck case, nothing too exciting. The cards, the back design is definitely not exciting. Not a big fan of that. Looks like a maze. The Ace of Spades is nice. Simple but nice. I'll give them that. The court cards, they're okay. It looks like they said pull everything up, you know, to the edges more because it's so far away from the edges. It looks like it's compressing the image a little bit, making it smaller than it should be. The Joker is, you know, it's okay. There's also a black deck apparently for a stretch goal. Yay. So far all I'm seeing for artwork here is 1 king and 1 Joker, 1 back design, and a tough case. Reported by expert playing cards, fulfilled by gamblers. Apparently there's free shipping to US and Mexico, but everyone else, screw you. And he actually put a watermark on these images because somebody's totally going to steal that back design and try to produce it themselves. But yeah, he's not really showing us any artwork except for the King of Spades and the Joker and the Ace of Spades. That's not telling me a whole lot or showing me a whole lot, and I'm not a big fan of what I'm seeing for this artwork. There's other decks like that already with similar artwork for the core cards, and I don't know, it's not doing it for me. Moving on, Trump cards. Let's make cards great again. There's nothing wrong with cards. You're actually making them worse with this deck. 6% funded, 2 days left looking for $20,000. No chance in hell that's going to happen, especially if only 2 days left. The artwork is, oh my god. Well, at least they put some effort into the artwork. Some of it, this looks fairly standard, just Trump's head. This is actually, similar to recolored, but it's got Trump's head. One thing I could tell you right now is that decks that involve Donald Trump have not been funding well. So why everyone keeps trying that, I don't know. Nobody wants Trump playing cards. So stop. Go away. Anyways, a few more things to talk about. Uh-oh. What happened there? Maybe not. There we go. Save. I don't know if I mentioned, but for Superior brand, they now have an invisible deck with a red back available at different Magic shops and card shops. And they also have a Gaff pack, which has something like 30 Gaff cards or something, or other. Exterior playing cards coming soon. Not a big fan of that one. Blue Choice from Ben Colazzi is now available at Penguin Magic for anyone interested in it. The Divine Art playing cards, you might have not seen me mention that one. It's because it was cancelled. He realized that the quality of the decks that he was going to produce through TM cards in India was not good. So he decided to cancel the project so he can readjust the goal for USBC or Legends printing. That's this deck right here. It's a very nice deck. I hope to see it succeed. This is coming soon from Third Way Industries, the Pantheon. Apparently it's just one last deck in the Daedalus series, coming early October. It's very nice. It's a bit different than the other ones, but similar. And fortunately it's the last one because again, you get so many decks coming out that is similar. To me, I get tired of it. I like to see different things, not the same thing in different colors, a slight differences or anything like that. So anyways, that's coming soon. I'm looking forward to it. Then there's this one, Mandalas from Murphy's Magic. It's available for pre-order. You can get it at collectiblepointcards.com on the pre-order. You see some of the artwork. Looks like it's got a tattoo theme. I'm not sure if there's a reveal on this Joker, but that's kind of a waste if there isn't. What I don't like is these court cards. It's more the same old with magicians on them. Good grief. I mean, how many times do we have to see the same court cards, the same people on the same court cards? I mean, at least they color their hair differently, but that's Laura London again. That's not the Jack of Clubs. I don't know why I said it's the Jack of Clubs. Oh, no, wait. Thomas Lavati is the Jack of Clubs, Laura London. Queen of Clubs, Daniel Madison, good lord, is the King of Diamonds. I'm just tired of those type of court cards. Here's the Blue Choice from Ben Colazzi, available at Penguin Magic. Very nice. It's very similar to the stud playing cards that Walgreens used to sell. Looks like there is no card club decks this month in Penguin Magic. They did say it's not going to be every month, so keep that in mind. And then I want to mention Illusionist has a new Keeper deck available. Red Keeper. Apparently it's a marked deck. I think the last one's a marked too. I don't really remember. $7 each. Go check it out. I think there was something else I wanted to mention. Yes. We'll go to collectibleplayingcards.com very quickly. There's the mandalas I mentioned. They got some new stuff, sort of new, from Dan and Dave. They're not new, but they're new to collectible playing cards. They got the Jet Setter, and then they got this, which I've got coming on the way. It is 7 new colors in the Glamour Nuggets. Red, purple, orange, green, dark red, brown, and black. So you get every golden nugget color except the Glamour Nuggets. Plus they already had the blue one, of course, so you can get 8 different decks. I've got them coming on the way. Of course, use VJOS832 to save 10% on your orders. That's what I got for this week. Stay tuned next week for more. See you next time. Thanks for watching. And